Hi, this video will deal with how to create an interaction video. So a video that pop-ups can occur in and give interactions to the student based on the content of the video. Okay, let's get started. So what we want to do firstly is turn editing on. And then we'll scroll down, okay? And we'll select this add activity or resource. And what we're looking for is this H5P interactive content. So we'll select here, simply add. So what we do now is give it a name. So we'll stick with our science theme. So science interactive video. So we're actually going to do an interactive video. There are lots of different interactive resources, but video is the one we're going to look at today. So at the moment we don't need to actually give a description. So if you look at the editor, it goes select interactive content type. So these are H5P interactive content types. Now there is a website called, whose address is h5p.org that shows great tutorials and information about all these different activities. For example, mark the words or drag and drop. But the one we're looking at today is interactive video. So we'll use that. Okay, so we'll give it a second. And the first thing in the interactive video content is it asks you to add a video. So we'll add a video here. Now you can upload a video or you can paste the YouTube link here. So let's go. I do have a YouTube video. I'll just get out of this. So this is I'll just stop it. So this is our video that we want to create interactions with. So let's see how we do that. We simply go to share, and here is its link to the video. So we copy the link, we go back to our resource, Control V to place the link in here and insert. So that's simply how easy it is to add a video to our interaction video editor. Okay, so now we have to add an interaction. Okay, now many of you are probably wondering what an interaction is. Well, this is what we'll do now in the next 5 minutes. So the first interaction we want to happen at some point in the video. So we play the video a wee bit, okay? And we let the video go on. Okay, let's pause the video here. Now, I'm unsure what a subatomic particle is. I know it's probably self-descriptive, but I would like, to get a definition of what a subatomic particle is. So we want to put an interaction here that pops up at this point in the video. So I've paused the video and we have lots of interactions here, different types. And the one I'm going to look at first is maybe a text box that comes up. So I will grab the text box and I'll move it to a position that I'd like it to be in. So immediately we have another editor popping up, and you can see at this point that at 11 seconds this interaction will occur. Now we have a choice here of whether to display it as a button or a poster. Now, the difference between a button and a poster is a button will appear like an icon which you have to click in order to see the actual interaction. Whereas a poster will come up as the interaction straight away, so you'll see it in your face like a pop-up window. So let's first actually do it as a button, okay? And we'll allow the button to stay in for 10 seconds. Well, that's a wee bit long, so let's reduce that down to 5 seconds. So the button will appear for between 11 seconds and 16 seconds, and the video is not paused, okay? So the label on the button we want is, what is a subatomic particle, okay? So what is a subatomic particle? Okay, so question mark. So we put the answer here. I have the subatomic particle. I'll just grab this here bit of definition from Wikipedia. Go back to her, and I'll put the answer in here. Okay, and if you notice that it also gets the hyperlinks also get pasted into it. So the definition that we're going to put in will contain hyperlinks. So what is a particle? What is an atom, for example? So let's finish that off. Okay, so let's get. So let's see what that looks like. So we go down and we'll save and display. Okay. So our video is loaded. Now the first thing I need to show you is, you see a small blue dot, and this kind of describes when the interaction actually will take place. So we'll just move on the slider a wee bit closer to the blue dot and see what happens when the blue dot is hit. And there we go. What is a subatomic particle comes up. Now we can click on that. We actually missed, because it's only up for 5 seconds. Maybe we should have put it a wee bit longer. So let's hit it again, and let's see if we play it and hit the, and up pops subatomic particles, or particles much smaller, and we can click on the hyperlinks if we wish. So that's great. So let's go back into the video, and we create another interactivity, a bit of interaction, okay, with the video. Okay, so let the menus load. So we'll go to add interactions. So again, we see our blue tab where the first interaction is. So let's move the video on a wee bit. Say, okay, so we're dealing with some of Newton's laws, okay? So let's add a new interaction here. Now I know the first law, Newton's first law, deals with inertia. So let's see if we can maybe create another interaction. This time we use statements. Okay, so we'll drag our statement here. So this interaction will occur at 1 minute 6 seconds to for 10 seconds. So we're actually going to pause the video for this interaction. So there's no need to have that there. So we can actually leave that. I think it actually disappears, and we'll create a poster this time. Okay. So we're going to be asked a question at 1 minute 6 seconds. Okay. So the question we're going to be asked is, choose the correct statement. Okay. So let's put in our first statement. Now it says here that the first statement is correct. So we need to put a correct statement here. So Newton's first law of motion deals with inertia. Okay, so that is our first correct statement. So I can say the wrong statement now I need to put in on the second part, and we'll just cut and paste deals with speed. Okay, so we click that as done, and if you notice this time we have the box that appears, and we can edit this box in terms of the size of the box, and there we go. Okay, so choose the correct statement. First law deals with inertia, first law deals with speed. Notice that inertia is actually the second option, so it randomly kind of mixes up the statements, so they're not always in the same place. Okay, alright, so that's great. So we might want to then move on and add a second interaction at this point in the video. So let's look at the multiple choice option. Okay, so the multiple choice is, let's just for Displayed next to the icon. Okay, we'll make it a poster again, okay? And we'll pause the video, okay? So the question is, we'll keep it nice and simple. How many laws of motion? How many laws of motion did Newton come up with? So that's our question. So we know that the answer is 3, okay? So we just put in here, we put 2. We'll not hit the correct icon, okay? And we'll hit here 3, and we'll make sure that there's correct. And we can add an option here, and we'll just say 4. Okay, 4 is not correct. So only one of these is correct. We can see that the middle one that we picked here is correct. So we've done that. Okay, and again, you can see what this looks like. All right. Okay, so we put in 3 interactions. The reason we know we have 3, if we look at the top of the status bar, we have 1, we have a statement, and we have a multiple choice. Okay. So we go down to the bottom, we'll save and display that. There are 3 interactions here. Let's move to the first one. We'll play it. Subatomic particle comes up. Great. Disappears. We'll come up. We'll put it forward to the next interaction. There we go. It says choose the correct statement. First law of motion deals with speed. We know it's inertia, so let's hit the wrong answer first, okay? Oh, it's the wrong answer, okay? So we have to collect the right answer. So Newton's first law of motion deals with inertia. Okay, that is the correct statement. Okay, so we want to continue. Okay. So let's go to the third interaction. So we'll see what happens. Okay, obviously, how many laws of motion did Newton come up with? So we know it's 3. Again, let's do 2. And we'll check that. Oh, it says, oh, really? Okay, we didn't get that correct. So let's do it again. So we know it's 3 laws of motion. And we'll continue. Okay. Let's look at that again, actually. Let's do if we see what happens if we get the first. Oh, it remembers our last choice. So okay, so that's how video interactions work. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think it's a really powerful tool. You can imagine students that are watching a video. This is a great way to reinforce the knowledge from the video. So I'll talk to you later, and if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch. Thank you.